Hello, welcome to the Always Be Comedy podcast. Our guest today is the effortlessly, naturally funny Lindsey Santoro. Some comedians are very different off stage compared to how they are on stage. So, Tim, good friend of ours, Harry Hill, obviously isn't a madcap bastard off stage because that would be impossible to live his life.
Yeah.
Whereas, say, Joe Wilkinson off stage, we'll chat about the Nicky Butt and Paul Scholes football podcast, and then obviously on stage, it's the dial. All the dials are turned up. Certain dials are turned up, and certain dials are turned down.
Yeah.
Lindsey Santoro, Timo, I can barely see the difference.
No, I completely agree, and that's a great thing. She's great company, and she is so funny on stage. She is, she is the exact same in a great way. If she is on stage, on TV, on a podcast, it turns out, or in backstage, it's a joy to be around, I must say.
She is hilarious. So I don't mention this a few times, but like in Michael Palin's Python Years Diaries, he says that when you try and have a conversation with Eric Morecambe, he was always on. And he's trying to have a normal chat, and it could be a bit, come on, mate, I just want to try to chat about Gene and the kids. Whereas I don't think Lindsey is being on.
No.
I think this is Lindsey Santoro.
I think she's just very naturally funny. She's not off stage at least, and she isn't doing jokes, but she just is naturally very funny. She just sort of likes to sort of like pick arguments, because she's not picking arguments, but like she will very happily go, "What's that face for?" or something.
Check the bit in this pod where she says to me, "What's that face for?"
Yeah, apologies for the accent too, I must say.
Yeah, she's great. Put it this way, Lindsey, if you're listening, when this episode finished, Tim and I WhatsApped each other, basically, part of my language here, and I've dropped an F-bomb already, but I've sworn already. We both WhatsApped each other. She was absolutely fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
So good, so great, so funny. She will be back at Always Be Comedy. Good God. She absolutely will. Timo, so Lindsey is doing Edinburgh. Please talk us through.
Yes, she is doing the final 2 weeks of the Fringe, and she's doing it at the Cabaret Voltaire 2, run by the Monkey Barrel, which is a great venue. I saw Molly McGuinness there at the start of last year's Fringe, and it's fantastic. Lindsey is going to be brilliant in that room, which is at 12:05 in the afternoon. A pre-lunch jaunt to comedy. It is as lovely as it gets. I think perfect. You can go see Lindsey, and then you can go to Severino's, the gorgeous pizza restaurant at a minute's walk away. There we go. That's your day sorted.
Tim Lewis, Mr. Edinburgh.
I'm pairing it with a meal. Fantastic.
Was it Mike Hussey whose nickname was Mr. Cricket? That is, Tim has two nicknames, Mr. Edinburgh and Mr. Comedy. Timo, if you could do an app, the Tim Lewis app, and comedians and comedy goers could download it for the month of Edinburgh, that would just, I think you'd be a trillionaire.
I would. You know what?
You'd be the one person making millions from Edinburgh, and no one would complain.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'd love it. I used to. I simply don't have time anymore. But I used to like go through the entire comedy program off a Fringe, which is like thousands of shows long, and like recommend stuff to like my mum's friends, my partner's friends, and stuff going to Fringe. And I really liked doing it, but oh my god,
pairing it with a restaurant each time.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, you go to Pleasant. So nearby, there's a lovely Turkish restaurant.
Tell them Tim said hi.
Yeah. Oh, Assembly Roxy. There's genuinely a lovely Indian a minute away.
Superb. So be sure to check out Lindsey. Lindsey will be back at Always Be Comedy. Timo, we've added. If you listen to Friday's episode, and you must, Tim and I were having a bit of a moment with moving shows. Timo, I would say we got through. I would say that the Thursday when we recorded it, admin-wise, that was one of the great days of Always Be Comedy in terms of solving puzzles.
I said to you yesterday, I think that's the most emails we've ever sent on a day. I honestly believe that. It
And we
was
got there. I think we sort of. I wonder if on that episode we sort of manifested. You know what I mean, by putting it out there. Because what happened was after we'd finished recording.
Yeah.
I mean, we were working right up until showtime, so it was early morning to I mean, that's the job, But yeah,
it is. But you must have felt like you'd done like an ultra marathon or something by the end.
It was full on, but we got there. So lots of shows coming up. Timo, we've got Mark Thomas is on tonight. It's very nearly sold out. So there's the last couple of tickets for an icon of comedy. This Thursday, Chelsea. This lineup is a Banderman, obviously one of the greatest live acts. Shalaka Kurup, huge favourite at Always Be Comedy, and then two of the stars of Saturday Night. Sorry, that's appalling diction. Saturday Night Live UK, Anya Magliano and Jack Shep. Please remember to use the code STU, capital S, capital T, capital U, to get £2 off. That is this Thursday at Chelsea. I emceed Chelsea last night because Dom McGovern was elsewhere, and Harry Hill was on. Always nice to see Harry. And I've got to say, that was absolutely jumping last night. Great crowd. But also, I've got to give special credit to Rachel Galvo, Hassan Al-Habib on debut. Brilliant. Jacob Hawley had to close after Harry Hill had just demolished the room for 30 minutes. And Timo, that's one of the greatest closing sets when someone's had to follow one of the all-time greats of comedy, because sometimes a comedian will go, "Oh, great, I had to follow blah 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 blah," whereas Jacob just went in locked and loaded, didn't reference it, and absolutely machine gunned it. But if you were there, Harry Hill was, I mean, good grief, very telling that the two opening comedians stayed to watch the Maestro.
Yes,
and it really was. It was such a masterclass. I think we can say this. Maybe I shouldn't. Lovely Jesse Armstrong, back at Always Be Comedy. I wish I knew him better. What a lovely guy. If I can share with you, Jesse's been a few times. Tim, doesn't he just have a lovely aura, lovely energy? And
he does.
Tragically, I'm going to share this with you. At the age of 48, there's a tragic little voice in my head that when Jesse's in the crowd, I let the mind wander, and it's me on Norton going, "Oh, well, how did I get spotted?" It's a lovely story, actually. Yeah, there he was in the crowd. Jesse bloody Armstrong. And you know what? Here I am, 3 Oscars later.
Peep Show the movie.
What's that?
Peep Show the movie.
Peep Show the movie. It was controversial, me replacing both David Mitchell and Robert Webb. But you know what? Tinseltown seems to bloody love it. Or the Peep Show fan. Boo. Jesse Armstrong, if you don't know, is the co-writer on Peep Show. I think it was the great Andrew O'Connor who had the original idea. If you're of my vintage, you'll remember Andrew O'Connor from Copycats, was a comedian and also an excellent impressionist in the 80s. Pivoted to behind the camera to great effect. I would love to chat with Andrew O'Connor as someone who grew up watching a lot of Andrew O'Connor. Jesse Armstrong, and then obviously post Peep Show created Succession.
Yeah.
Tim, I mean, one of the great British icons of 21st century television. How's that?
Well, that is it. For me, Peep Show is in worst case scenario top 3 sitcoms in this country's produced in the 21st century.
Succession, for sure.
Succession, top 3 dramas internationally in the 21st century. I just think he is unbelievable.
What else? I'll tell you what, which movie I love. Mate, have you ever seen Magicians?
Yeah, it's fun stuff.
It's fun stuff. They're all great in it. Steve Edge is great in it as well.
Yeah.
In the Loop, he wrote on that.
Yeah.
Masterpiece.
Unbelievable.
Please don't swear in here. This is the War Room. Sorry, F star, and then you know what word comes next. Four Lions.
Yeah.
What a life. What a man.
Wow.
The Day Shall Come and Downhill. And then on TV, oh my God, he wrote on My Parents Are Aliens. Smack the Pony. I knew that. 2D TV. TV to go. I better not do all these because there's lots.
You've got a big
Mate,
old
he wrote
career.
on the story of Tracy Beaker.
Did he? Wow, great.
What a guy. Peep Show. Revolver. The Thick of It. The Secret Policeman's Ball. Stop it. That Mitchell and Webb look. Charlie Brooker's Screen Wipe. Good God. Black
Mate,
Mirror. The
so
entire
many-
history of you, of course. Fresh Meat, of course. Oh my God. Veep. Sorry, we need to get Lindsay on, and it's turned into the Jesse Armstrong celebration hour.
So many of these shows were integral to me in my teenage years getting into comedy, like all the Charlie Brooker stuff, especially. Oh my God.
You know what? I've got every right to have that daydream.
Yeah.
What's that, Graham? Oh, it's a lovely, it's a great story. You wouldn't believe it. There I was. Anyway, from one, I don't know what the link is there. Tim, any other business before we get Super Lindsay on? I think if you've not seen Lindsay, please do check her out live. But you've probably seen her on Apollo, and then she was also responsible for one of the in all my years of warm up, one of the funniest comedy performances was on Unforgivable with Mel Giedroyc and Santoro. Good Lord, absolutely lightning in a bottle. Here she is, the great Lindsey Santoro. Right, press record. The pre-record wrestling chat was too good. Lindsay and I have watched the Hulk Hogan documentary. Tim, to me, is Mr. Wrestling. Thing is, Tim, you might not enjoy it because you're not you prefer the proper wrestling rather than the glitz of the WWE.
What's the proper wrestling?
Oh, this will blow your mind.
Oh, well, no, I can enjoy WWE, but like it's almost too marvelly almost.
Yeah.
Maybe it's all like watching like mini plays happening in the matches sometimes, where like they're just sort of chatting to each other for like 5 minutes.
There's so much promo and chat that it's almost like the wrestling is getting in the way of the promos.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, yeah.
Me and my kids went with a mate of mine and his kids to the O2, and it was a great night. But I think the show must be about 3 hours.
Yeah,
it was like I imagine there was half an hour of wrestling. Oh, hang on, I imagine Triple H is quite litigious. I don't mean that literally, but good God, there's a lot of chat and a lot of showmanship.
But I like that. That's because I love EastEnders. This is what draws me in.
Yes, that's spot
this
on.
Is what's drawn me in, and I never used to watch it at all. Was not interested. I thought it was for nerds and dweebs and losers. And then it was on Netflix. And what drew me in was, first of all, there's two lads from my way.
Are they?
Yeah. Well, one of them's called Big Strong Boy, and the other one's Pete Dunne. And I was like, ain't no way he's from round here. But he is. And I thought, that's interesting. And I was kind of, my husband Dave is watching it on Netflix and I've just on my phone or something. And then there was this storyline where The Rock stole John Cena's soul. And I thought, you've got me. I'm in.
Hang on, I haven't watched it for a bit because we went to the O2. I think I've watched it since actually. But hang on, The Rock stole John Cena's soul.
I think like metaphorically.
No, genuinely stole it and made him bad. And because he was going to steal the soul
very marvelly
of the American boy. I don't know any of their names. I'm just going to say
the American boy. Yeah,
the American boy. I think it's called Paul the American boy. But then John Cena got in the way or something, and The Rock stole his soul, and then John Cena was bad. And I think that lasted for about 3 months, and then one day he turned up and he was good again. There's no context to it.
No.
I think what happened was The Rock didn't want to come back, so they just had to write it out and just forget it ever happened.
Oh, I see.
But I was well invested then.
Tim, which ones that you go to, Tim?
What,
the one that Progress was. I mean, that was a great night. We went to Progress together. With
lovely time, Progress. I went to Rev Pro yesterday with my brother, and there was a match which was just two men in their 40s, both out of shape, really, really slapping each other. And that's what I want, really. That's my taste. There are lots of different tastes in wrestling. I think mine is just two fat boys sort of just hitting each other as hard as they can.
I want that too. I want to see two fat boys
Come along.
hitting each other. Yes, please.
If we did a Patreon, Tim, that's it's me and you slapping each other.
Yeah, can you do that? And me just on a folding chair going, yes, keep hitting each other, little fat boys.
What I love about Progress Wrestling is that it knows it's wrestling. I don't want to use the word meta because that makes me a twat. But like,
No, I think you're right. Yeah,
when we went to Progress, they didn't have a main event, and then at the very start of the night, there's a huge confrontation between two people, and the MC, who's the excellent Jerry Bakewell,
Yeah, superb.
says something like, "Well, that's our main event for tonight," and then he goes, "It's lucky we didn't have something else booked in."
Yeah.
And I was like,
good.
"Oh, you've got me. They're all in on it."
Yeah, I think that's the good thing is like, because if you're at a show like that, you're properly bought in. You know the tricks and stuff, so like they can play with it, and I think that's a very interesting thing you can do.
This weekend I was in a hotel room on my own, and I went
She
on
didn't even have a gig. But sorry,
I just booked it on my own, and I wasn't feeling too well, so I was like, I don't want to go out. And then, do you know when you're scrolling, and I came across this page that tells you all the secret hand movements for wrestling, and like how you know if they're gonna tap, like when they do the count, like if they're actually gonna go all the way, and now I feel like I'm in a secret club.
Well,
I
don't know these.
I can't tell you, Len.
I don't want to know them. Yeah.
It's on YouTube.
So if you see certain wrestlers doing things with their hands, it means, right, you can pin me now.
Yeah. And they'll like squeeze each other's, not tits, I'm doing my tits, but
in a certain way that says this is just a 2 count.
Yeah, or they go, are you all right? So they'll like squeeze them and then I'll go, yeah, I'm all right. It's very clever. It's like a ballet, isn't it?
It is.
It is. There's a South Park all about it, isn't there? I bet you've seen it, Timo.
I hate to say it, I haven't seen it either, but
it's just sort of them saying that it is like a play from almost like ancient Greece.
It is, yeah.
That sort of thing. But it's gosh darn it, it's great fun.
It's
Tim,
great
I think you will still like the Hulk documentary.
I will watch it. He's just such like a notorious liar. It's hard to watch anything with him in it because it's just like, well, I don't know if this is true.
Yeah.
I once heard him tell an amazing anecdote on, I think it was Conan.
Yeah.
But I saw this years ago, and then now that it's out that he was like quite a bad liar, maybe this story wasn't true. He told a story that he was the first choice. The George Foreman grill was supposed to be the Hulk Hogan grill. I've told you this before, haven't I?
Yeah.
And Hulk Hogan said this was like obviously years before mobile phones, and he wasn't in. And I think they leave a message on his answer phone or whatever. But he misses it, and so they offer it to George Foreman.
That's
And then, but then there was a good self-deprecating angle. So he's like, I missed out on millions of dollars. So he said the company felt terrible. So he says, all right. They go, all right. Our next invention, we'll name it after you. And so Conan's like, great. And then Hulk Hogan goes, yeah. But has anyone heard of the Hulk Hogan juicer?
Good stuff. That is good stuff.
That is great. Like comedically, that's got everything.
Yeah.
And a huge laugh at the end because obviously no one's ever heard of it. And so I've carried that in my head, like what a lovely story from the Hulkster. And then I'm like, Tim, I've watched all the YouTube videos that are basically Hulk Hogan is a pathological liar.
Yeah. If you go in with that view, it makes it a much easier watch. I will say that.
But some things were true. Like I think he was in Metallica for a bit.
No,
that's not even mentioned in the documentary.
No, I think what happened was, I think the Hulkster, I think he genuinely was a good bass player.
Yeah.
But I think he exaggerated that.
Okay.
Because I think Lars, someone from Metallica has come out and gone, sorry, what?
Right, okay.
I think what happened was, I think Metallica were like factually looking for a bass player.
Yeah.
But that would be like Crystal Palace could do with a central midfielder. I can't then go, tell you what, I could have bloody played.
Right, okay. It was one of those, right.
Could have played bloody central midfield for Crystal Palace. So yeah, but yeah, I think what we can all agree on, any listener, do yourself a favour, watch the Hulk Hogan documentary. What a life, what a journey. Lindsay, I tell you what, it's 4 episodes. If you stop it at the end of episode 3, it's actually quite a happy ride, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah. But it's worth watching episode 4 because
Episode 4.
it's absolute
Oh.
fire bin fire. He's it's a lovely watch if you're not keen on him.
So is episode 4 like the Gawker stuff?
It's
Yeah.
like he just does stuff and you go, oh fucking hell. And like he goes back to WWE and he's just like, why have he come back? And he's just being a fucking knob. He's just like, oh, he's such a knob. He's like your uncle at a wedding, just like, fucking sit down. Someone take him home.
That is yes. So there is a book. I've read the book. It's called.
Are you in love with him? You seem to know a lot about him.
No, because this is all right. Yes,
I'm in love with Hulk Hogan.
If you want to know more about the Gawker thing, there's a full book about it. Conspiracy: Peter Thiel, Hulk Hogan, Gawker, and the Anatomy of Intrigue by Ryan Holiday. Now that is all about. That goes so in depth, and about is it possible to pull off a full conspiracy? But in the documentary, I would say the Gawker thing is it tops a couple of minutes, Lindsay.
Really?
And I'm guessing that book is 300 to 400 pages.
Okay. Yeah.
But anyway, that's not why we've got Lindsay on the podcast.
No.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, Lindsay.
Anyway, that's all we've got time for. So, Lindsay, thanks for promoting Hulk Hogan's documentary.
How long is this episode? How long are your episodes? I just
we'll get it done inside an hour.
That's fine. I've just put a wash on. That's my concern.
I can relate to this. Kids get dropped off at school, and then it's very much laundry.
I only do it once a week to keep the peace. My husband does it the rest of the time. But if I'm in the house, I've got to pretend I'm doing something.
That's the spirit.
This is a job, isn't it? This is
this is work.
Sweating, proper job.
Cobs here.
Yeah.
Lindsay, please talk us through. A lot of our listeners do go to Edinburgh. Please talk us through.
What do you want to know? The whole of Edinburgh? I can't fucking do that.
The whole of Edinburgh. To anyone that's not yet got a ticket, what can we expect from the Santoro Jamboree?
Oh, it's essentially...
that was my fault. I phrased it atrociously.
You really did.
Yeah.
The Lindsey Santoro show, as I'm calling it in my own head. So I'm going back up because I did it last.
Yeah,
I did it last year. It was a few years ago, and I got nominated. That was nice. Thank you very much. I won an award for something. I don't know.
Congrats.
Yeah. And I thought, well, I've done it now, and I've made my point. But it turns out you can't. You have to do it again if you want to keep momentum. So I'm going up with a show that basically looks back on why I am the way I am and the fact I blame other people, but I think it might actually be me. That's the premise of it. I think I'm the problem. It's me. I'm an asshole.
Have you done self-help?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I downloaded some of them apps where they talk you through what's wrong with you. And then I thought, I can't be fucked with this. It's not my problem, is it? Because I like me. Other people don't.
But the reason why I've said that is because what you just said there, the premise of the show, that is the crux of a lot of self-help. Like realizing that you are the problem, not you, Lindsay. Not
yes, thank you.
But you, the reader. It's often you. And it's
it's
a very powerful thing to realize. Oh, hang on a minute, I can't keep blaming external factors. I need to work on myself.
Well, it's for me. It's going. Yeah, it is me. Oh well.
Is that the end of the show?
Yeah, it is me actually. But so I'm going to do to change it. Nothing. So carry on. Yeah.
The can you talk us through, because that is a big win last year. It's the listener will know it. It's Next Up's biggest award. Is it inflatable? It's a massive. It's a ginocorous trophy. Isn't it?
It's massive. I blew it up in my hole when I got back, and my mum's like 5'0", and she was at one point got engulfed by it, and I thought she's going to die in this trophy. I was a bit worried for her, but thank God it deflates, goes in a little bag. So that's currently. Well, what do I do with it? It's under the stairs. I tell you what, I've used because it's got an air motor in it. You know, if I'm blowing up the
oh my God,
the paddling pool, I use it to do that. So it's come in use.
Do you have like a more, what's the word, practical trophy from them?
But the carcass of the trophy is wedged under my stairs. I don't know what to do with it.
But hang on, do they not give you? I mean, obviously, what that award is great, and what Next Up do with that award is fantastic, and that that's great cachet and kudos. But Tim's right. Do they not give you like a little trophy or a thing that you could put on the telly? I suppose.
I
on the
like how you look round there for an example of a trophy. Like I don't know what a trophy is.
No, but there's one very specific one.
No, I don't, James. I don't need to see it. I believe you. I know what trophies look like.
Tim might have to bleep me out of this. Matt Ford bought me a trophy that basically said the biggest moaning cunt in comedy. That's why I wanted to show you it.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't matter. I can't find it. It was very kind of him.
That
It
is
was something like
nice.
for services to being a moaning cunt. You are the biggest moaning cunt in comedy 2021 or something like that.
No, you just get the big inflatable one and that's it really. I think what else did they? I got to go on Richard Herring's podcast. That was fun.
Oh, that's nice.
I wasn't well though. I remember not being very well and thinking, God, I wish I was in bed. But you have to do these things, don't you? Like this.
Imagine saying that on Norton. I mean, I've technically got to do this, Graham. Bloody gun to my head.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie shaking her head next to you. Jesus Christ, what's going on here?
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie's my new go-to very famous celebrity.
She is very famous. She's everybody knows who she is. But I was going to call my daughter Margot, but then when it's written down it does look like maggot, so it's put me off a bit. Maggot Robbie.
Beautiful name, Margot.
Maggot. Maggot.
Don't give up on Margot. For me, it's got connotation. I'm showing my age here, but the Good Life, the snooty neighbour by Penelope
Margot.
Cruz. She was Margot, wasn't she?
Yeah, she wasn't. Yeah, she was Margot.
My mother-in-law is essentially Margot. There's barely a human being I'm closer with. My mother-in-law is basically Margot from The Good Life.
Oh.
Yeah. The best. Any listeners of a certain age are going, that's one of the iconic sitcom characters. Now, also, Lindsay, I was there because I was the warm-up. Mel Giedroyc is unforgivable. I know we've talked about it since. There's no one who could have smashed that harder. Do you remember it was just gales of laughter, wasn't it?
That was the first telly I ever did.
Are you joking?
I never done telly before. That was my first telly. And Mel Giedroyc was so nice to me. She was like, if you need any help, just give me a look and I'll help you. And I was like, what can you do?
That is Gedders.
I was like, what can you do? She was like, oh, well, I'll help you. And I was like, I don't know what to do. But then I've got I don't like the feel of velvet. It makes me feel sick. And then the chairs were velvet. Yeah. I don't know if you remember, and I thought I'm not in a position on my first telly job to go, excuse me, could you rearrange the whole fucking set for my arsehole? So if you watch it back, every now and again you'll see my hand make contact with the sofa and I just go, but I just go,
wow.
I can't. It makes me feel sick.
I wonder if that helped you, because in terms of
I think it did, because it put me on edge. It put me on edge, like a grounding technique. I can feel my feet. I can feel the velvet permeating my leggings. Yeah, terrible.
Because you were on it through the whole show. There'll be comedians listening to this trying to get things that make them feel icky for their next TV appearance.
I just went on and I thought, well, I'll just go for it and have a nice time.
You certainly went for it.
I thought, I can't. I don't know, really. I was just very honoured to be there. I thought, why am I here? How have I got here? Sat next to Homage. I felt bad, because when we was in makeup with him, I said, what did I say to him? I said, oh, I love you. You're in my favourite film. And he said something like The Gladiator. And I said, no, Mamma Mia too. And
did he say Gladiator?
What was he in? He was in some really.
He was in Gladiator, but
I was like, oh, you're in one of my favourite films. I love watching it. It's really good. And he was naming off all these films. And I went, no, Mamma Mia too. I said, I love Mamma. And he was like, oh, yeah, I was in that, yeah.
That could have been worse if you'd gone, I wasn't in Mamma Mia too. That's where you're like, oh, no.
He definitely was. And Mamma Mia 2 isn't even one of my favourites. It's not even one of my favourite films. I don't know why I said it to him. I'm a liar. I'm a liar.
So in the moment, you just tried to say something nice and you blurted out
Yeah.
that you love Mamma Mia too.
I find it very hard to communicate with people at all times.
Get out of it. You're an absolute natural. Right. So let's have a look at I've got the dates here.
Thank God you have, because I don't fucking know when I'm there.
So you're doing the 19th through to the 30th.
Mm.
Well, Cabvol 2 at 12:05. Lovely.
Yeah. And I said, the thing is, I said to I set this precedent of like, I want to do these specific dates at Monkey Barrel for two. And I was like, he ain't going to do that because Monkey Barrel won't do that. And then he came back and he was like, I've got it. And I was like, ah, shit. Shit. I'll do it then. Yeah, fantastic job. Thank you very much.
It was like that when I got here. Please talk us through that title. Did you have to come up with the title before you'd come up with the show?
What it was, I was just asking people. I said, "What would you call it?" And like it was my friend's husband. He sometimes shouts things like at random, like he'll go, "I never fucking touched it." Like he said, "Call it that." And then one of the things he threw out was, "It was like that when I got here." And I thought that'll do. That's fine.
It's nice.
And then it kind of fit in with the theme I had in my head anyway. So I thought that'll do. That'll do. That'll do.
It's a really nice venue. I saw Molly McGuinness there last year. It's really, really good.
Yes, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
James, why are you pulling a face like that? What's the matter with your face?
Basically, I have a face that cannot lie, right?
Yeah, right. So what's your problem?
Well, my next question, I suppose, is when did you've achieved so much
and have nothing to show for it? Is
no,
that what you're trying to
Lindsay. I think this is why we love you. You're more self-deprecating and filled with doubt more than Tim and me, which is saying something.
I haven't got doubt. I'm just I don't have respect. That's what Josh Widdicombe said to me. He said, "You've got no respect for anyone in comedy."
Who said this?
Josh Widdicombe. He was like, "You just kick in the door of my green room and sit down and start talking to me about your fucking bowel movements when I'm about to do a show." And I'm like, "Don't fucking listen. Come on."
That's great.
I don't care.
You've kicked the door down. You've started talking about your bowel movements.
He's a lovely boy.
You've got no respect.
You've got no respect for anyone in comedy. And that's why I like you.
And I'll go. I'm not going to watch your show because I want to go home and watch the wrestling. That's what I'll say.
There's nothing Josh would relate to more than you saying that. Good, and you're right to do so. You're not missing anything here. I'll tell you that much.
Oh no!
So how did you start? You're right. You're such a natural. How did it all take place? Talk us through it. How did you start?
I loved stand up when I was little. I really wanted to do it, and then I just didn't have any confidence to do it. I was scared. Well, it's that classic thing, isn't it? If it's not perfect, why do it? And I was worried my dreams would be shattered if I was shit. And then I did a comedy course, and at the end of the comedy course, you do a little 5 minutes, and then I kind of got the bug. I didn't get the bug. I loved it, but the fear was still there. So I think I gigged every 2 or 3 months first few years because I was so worried that I'd be shit. But then I started going to more comedy and realizing that actually most people are shit and have more confidence in being shit than they should do. And I thought, well, get on with it.
Great.
Yeah.
So what year was gig number 1?
When did I get mad? I think it was 2001. 2013 was gig number 1. 2013.
2013.
But the thing is, if I had a gig, I'd have to book like 2 days off work because I'd be so stressed.
Oh wow.
Oh, Lindsay.
I know, and I thought I can't do this so often because I haven't got enough annual leave.
What were you doing at the time?
I was an admin assistant in the NHS.
Lovely.
Not patient facing. I do always have to clarify that because it does worry people. And I was also very worried about how I came across if someone saw me do comedy. But then I realised I'm the same person at work as I am on stage, so they'll have to suck it up. That's
Have
where
you-
we were, really.
Have you had to dial any bits up or dial any bits down, or is this Lindsey Santoro 24/7?
Well, I tell you what, I enjoy nothing more than sitting sitting on the sofa eating crisps, watching telly. So that's normal, Lindsay. And then I'm able to turn things down, like if I if I'm in a in court, I was going to say, but do you know what I mean?
You know, in court, every
I
week.
I can, but it's like painful. It's like I'm repressing my inner. I keep in a slut. I wanted to say I haven't got an inner slut. What's wrong? It's before 12. We don't know what words are. Okay. Yeah.
So 2013 was gig number one, but what about when you were like gigging like a lot? Once the bug finally bit.
I think that was probably when I'd done the BBC New Comedy Award, and then. Do you know what? I actually think I probably didn't put my brain properly into comedy, if I'm being really honest, until I had to go to Edinburgh, like the first time in 2023. So I was gigging, but like kind of at my own pace and like getting little bits and bobs and doing this, that, and the other. But then when it was like, oh fucking hell, I actually have to put my head down and work. And my job at the time are really encouraging of it. So I was like, I've got nothing to lose. So
Sure,
just go
yeah.
for it. So I say I've been going like 150 years, but like really probably only about 5 have bothered.
Yeah. That's awesome. What's this Santoro creative process? Sorry, Lindsay, you got a name where I have to say Santoro. What is are you like lock yourself in an office, right? Or is it just thoughts land in your head, writing on stage? What is it for you?
Whose phone's going off? Is that mine?
No, that's my mum. Tim, that is
Answer
like
it.
I would say that's like every episode.
No, it's not. No. You're being too harsh. If there was a time, it was, but it hasn't been the case for a while.
Poor mum. Anyway, I've put my phone on silent. I'm really sorry. And mum, you don't listen. But oh, by the way, my mum doesn't listen, but a friend of my mum's listens, and she's dobbed me into my mum about stuff that's been said on the podcast.
Really? Oh my
Good.
God, that's terrifying.
How bad is that? What snitch?
I really hate that. Yeah.
I told a story about going to a football match, and my mum found out what you say that for.
What's that about, man? What's that about, man?
Basically, it's like what? Anyway, it was.
I like to imagine no one's listening. That's why I approach it everyone. As in, like I don't even release it. I
It's
Tim, I've not told you I had 2 people at the weekend come up
Oh God.
And
Where?
say what?
in a nice way.
Where?
We went to an event in the local park yesterday.
Oh my God. Wow.
And they came up to you and said what?
Well, no, now I just feel like a wanker now. It's something I'll tell you privately, Tim, and you'll go, yeah, you're right to not say that in the podcast. Anyway.
No,
Please.
Was it complimentary?
Yes, it was complimentary.
What's
but
fucking saying then?
No. I feel no, my insides are going to turn inside out.
No, please write it in the chat and then I'll read it out.
No,
Go on.
it's less.
It's less harsh when it comes from my accent.
No, I think anyone that speaks positively about themselves immediately isn't a comedian in my eyes.
Ooh, love
I-
that.
well,
I do love that. Yeah.
Let's pick that apart.
I bumped into someone recently, and I went, "How's it going?" And they were like, "Oh, it's going really well. It's going
Oh, fuck off. How
Really?
about that?
so well." And I just thought, no, that's so not my vibe.
Wow.
You know, like if we'll meet like the most successful. You know, Lindsay, I'm including in this bracket. The most successful, some of the most in demand, some of the funniest. You ask them how they're going. Let's pick an example. If we say Widdicombe's a good example, Widders is never going to go. Oh, things are going so.
Why are you doing that voice?
That's what it sounds like.
What?
Lindsay, what happens is I can't. Obviously, I'm not a very good impressionist, but the only time I can do Josh Widdicombe is if I try to do Keir Starmer, and it starts off as Keir Starmer and then ends up Josh Widdicombe, and the only 2 words I can say are Metropolitan Police, right? And so at the start of it, for the first couple of syllables, you'll go, "That sounds a bit like Keir Starmer," and then at the end, you'll go, "Oh no, it's." But I can't. If I try to do Widdicombe, I can't do it. Right? You ready?
Yeah.
So I'm right. So I'm trying to do Keir Starmer.
I close my eyes and pretending I can't see.
So this was when Starmer was the opposition leader and would give like withering attacks on Boris Johnson.
All right, but you're going to turn into Josh Whittaker. I'm going to listen.
I don't want to, and I don't mean to, but it's just
Go
the thing
on.
that happens.
Go on, I'm listening.
The Metropolitan Police.
Is that it?
Yeah, hang on. That is. I just did the thing that I said. I said all I can say are the words Metropolitan Police.
Okay. Well, it's it's good to have things to occupy yourself.
Come on.
Lindsay, you should be a chat show host, genuinely.
Yeah, you really bring the best out of people.
You've got a Lily Savage quality to you.
That thing is, Lindsay, that would be good. Lily,
That'd be great.
That would be so funny. But because what would be great with those sorts of shows is when you get the guest that they know what they've bought into, so they play along. But then sometimes on those sorts of shows, they don't realise that they're having their leg pulled. And
have you watched
Smoggy
Queens? They've got it's a sitcom on the BBC. Yeah. It's very funny, but they've got like a spin-off that they're doing alongside it where there's a chat show. And I've only watched the Ryland one, and he's obviously invested in it, but it's funny. They're just it's exactly that, like so horrible to him.
But he knows he's in on the joke.
Yeah, but he's acting it so well like he isn't.
Oh, nice.
But it's very good, very funny. Recommend watching that if you've got the spare half an hour.
There's one where Roger Moore goes on Dame Edna and probably didn't realise that she's pulling his leg. She finds a picture of him. He was a model in a knitting catalogue back in the 1950s. And she brings the picture up and he says something like, yeah, well, we all have to start somewhere. And then obviously Dame Edna's like, and you look lovely, darling. I mean, oh, it's so good. By the way, I love Roger Moore and I love Dame Edna. Hang on, Tim, any other business before it gets the formatty bit? I feel like we've done a better job of promoting the show than Lindsay. If we're
what do you want from? It's gonna be great.
Yeah, great. It will be. It'll
really
be great.
Good.
The thing is, listener, what I would say is, it will be Lindsay on stage. This is Lindsay on stage. You know what I mean? You are funny falls off you naturally is what I'm saying.
It's a worry, isn't it? It is a worry.
It's a great quality.
I just remembered from the last time I did your gig, I kept offering everyone mini cheddars. And
I remember that. Yeah.
Afterwards, I went, that was odd, wasn't it? Because I wouldn't stop offering them. There you go. Very
Next
dry.
time Lindsay's on, if you package for a mini cheddar,
I will always have a dry biscuit with me.
Is mini cheddar your favourite?
No, just before gigs I have to eat dry.
Why?
I feel sick. That's why. I can't eat. I've accidentally gone into the format now. My pre-gig ritual.
Oh, this is lovely. This is not her first rodeo.
It's smooth. Look at that.
It looks like chaos on the surface, but she's like the opposite of the swan. I love it. If your next Edinburgh show is called Reverse Swan, we know where it came from.
That's like a terrible sex act, that does. She did the reverse swan and I bent my bell end backwards.
Right, Lindsay, you're curating your dream gig. What are your pre-gig rituals?
This is genuinely my ritual. I have to eat something dry because I feel violently sick. Even I'm not as bad as I used to be, but I normally have. I realise what I'm going to say is going to counterbalance what I'm gonna. I normally eat something like crackers or a biscuit, and then I'll have a banana, which is wet, and that creates a stodge within me that gives me enough energy to get through a gig. Any questions at this point about that?
I'm a big advocate of the pre-gig banana. In fact, I had to stop it because I was getting reliant on them. But there is.
What the fuck do you mean? You're addicted to bananas?
Well, yeah. I mean, any comedians that knew me from 10 plus years ago, I mean, that was a thing. Oh, here he is with his fucking bananas. And then something Rob Beckett said, he was like, you need to stop that. And I took this on board. He goes, you need to stop it because there will come a time where you don't, for whatever reason, there's not a banana. Like if you're doing a warm up or a gig or whatever, and you'll panic, you'll go shit, and like Dumbo's feather. I'd be like, shit, I need
James's banana and Dumbo's.
James's banana and Dumbo's feather. So I actually deliberately stopped. I cut out
But
the
it's
banana,
good to look. If I don't have a banana, I won't cry. Like
as I
would
would have done.
Yeah, well, this is the difference between me and you, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can survive without a banana.
Yeah, you're mentally stronger than I am. Who would? Who would? Yeah, you've hurt my feelings.
You've
would?
upset me now.
Yeah.
You've upset me saying I can't cope without bananas, actually. I'm so sorry.
So, things I know there's a banana at the top of the stairs.
Of course there is. Why not?
Who would MC this gig?
Harriet Dyer, my best friend in comedy,
Oh,
queen of comedy, queen of chaos, absolute lovely woman, cannot and will not be separated from that woman. I love her so much. The amount of times we're also really bad at communicating with each other when it comes to like. So sometimes we'll you know you get run throughs when people are like, we're trying to test this out. Can you send us a mid-level comedian who's insane? Well, could you believe it? Me and Harriet Dyer fit that brief quite well. And the amount of times we've gone to do run-throughs for telly things, and we've both been there, it's just wonderful because we just have such a lovely time, just ruining people's concepts and pitches for shows.
Thing is, I think that's a real compliment, because in order to get the show to work, they have to book people that they know are going to step up. So that is a feather in yours and Harriet's cap.
Yeah, it's a good laugh. There was do you remember the Battle in the Box? It was a show on Dave where they had two comedians in a box for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Well, they me and Harriet did like the tester for that, so we were in a box with each other for 10 hours, and I think they thought we were going to crack up, but we just had such a great time. We kept losing every game, so we couldn't have any food, and then we won a game where you got points for food, and instead we bought face paint and just did each other a Spider-Man, and it was very fun. Yeah.
Now hang on, how close were you then to being on the actual show?
I wasn't, but I think Harriet was standby. But it was a laugh. It was a laugh.
I know that there are some comedians who've said privately, if you're having us doing the run through and helping get your show commissioned, surely you've got. I do get that argument.
I'm just happy to go anywhere, to be honest. Just invite me, I'll turn up. That's my premise to it. But yeah,
Keir Starmer would have been proud of that answer.
Yeah. I think you've got to be in the running for it, haven't you? If you're in the run through. But then I think some people obsess too hard about stuff like that. It can make you think, well, why haven't I got it? Why haven't I got it?
Yeah, that's fair.
And
actually.
I just think, I'll just be happy to be there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Am
you're
I?
right. But then I don't know. But then if you're like, oh, I feel like I've taken the piss now because I've done fucking 10 run-throughs and they've not put me on any of them. And I know that I've done a good job in the run-through.
What is this? What's happening now? What?
I think sometimes it is important to fight your own corner.
Yeah. What's that got to do with me being in a box with Harriet Dyer?
Tim, do you want to mediate on this one? Do you know where I'm coming from?
I do. I guess, yeah, if you're Mr. Run Through, who they go to every time, but then you only ever get to do 8 out of 10 cats in someone's office or something, then yeah, I get it. But
there's got to come a point where you go, you know what, I'm not going to do the run through. The only thing there is they go, all right, no worries. Right, you want to do it instead?
That's the thing, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, that's it. Right, all right, we'll just get a Rich Diawadu then.
What are you doing?
Are you allowed to do the run through in the office?
Are you allowed to say what you're doing the run through for and then bleep it out?
I'm not doing a run through.
I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm glad you said that. I am categorically not talking about myself.
Oh, I thought you were having a moan because you've been doing so many run-throughs and nobody wants you.
Harry, I'm such a people pleaser. I do 1,000 run-throughs, but I'll do a run-through. I've had specific conversations with acts where they've gone, fucking hell, another run-through, but I don't get booked for the actual show, and I'm sort of like, yeah, I do get where they're, because especially if a company gets the commission, they get a lot of, and deservedly so, but they get a lot of money for getting the commission. And if you're the person that's essentially stuck the ball in the back of the net, but then they're like, anyway, thanks for that, cheers, there's your 200 quid cash or whatever. Anyway, I really went off on a tangent there.
No, it's fine. It's like an unspoken rule, isn't it? Not rule, but it's just something that happens. You just get.
It is.
But I don't mind. I quite like doing stuff like that because, like I do think my brain slightly ticks differently. So if I see something that doesn't work, I'll try and break it. And I think that's what they want sometimes.
Yeah, I think so.
But they don't necessarily want that on the show.
No, I once warmed up her. Happy to. By the way, I've warmed up lots of these sorts of things. I'm very happy doing that. But I remember warming up one show, and then the 4 comedians kept talking about things that could not have been more litigious. And eventually, someone had to walk onto the set and go, "Guys, we can't. Please, can you not do this?" Because they're talking about people that are being accused of stuff, So, like, anyway, I digress. Who would open?
I quite like Jo Brand. I've met her once.
I quite like Jo Brand.
She's an icon.
Fabulous. And I'd put her to open because I'd know she'd want to go home. She's so lovely. The one time I've met her, she was just so funny and so kind and just really down to earth, normal woman who was also brilliantly funny. And I just loved that. The one thing that I loved about her was so much, she had a travelling ashtray. So she could smoke wherever she wanted. And I just thought, what a woman.
That's great.
What a woman.
I know Off the Curb, with whom you are signed, I do know that the way they talk about Jo Brand, she's one of the great icons and legends of the Off the Curb stable, isn't she? She's wonderful. Nobody would be that. No one would not appreciate this chat more than Jo. She'd quite rightly be like, "No, stop it." She's so she's so self-deprecating, isn't she? She wouldn't. I remember I was warming up on comedians giving lectures with Sarah Pascoe, and Sarah and I were just full of such praise for Jo, and she will always swerve that praise, won't she?
I've always wanted to meet her.
Yeah.
And sometimes you meet somebody and you go, "Oh, they weren't what I want them to be."
And she's everything and more, isn't she?
But she was just like really like it sounds mad, but like a normal woman.
She's so
normal woman who is so in tune with herself that I don't think she even realizes how she comes across. I mean, maybe she does, I don't know, but I just thought, I like her a lot. I really like her a lot.
There's a lot of you in that as well, isn't there?
What do you mean?
You're in tune with yourself.
Oh yeah, if you like. Oh yeah, I have to be. No one else is. Dance to the beat of my own drum.
You're just speaking in constant Edinburgh show titles for future years, Lindsay.
I'm just getting it out of my system. Oh, do I? I'm just worried I'm going to have to do it again. God, do it.
2027, dancing to the beat of my own drum. Who would you have in the middle?
I quite like my mum to do a middle set because it'd be awful, and I'd love it.
Hang on, does she ever have to do like public speaking or that sort of thing?
No, but she used to be a karaoke DJ, but also was a nurse in the day job. But I just think it would be fun. That's it, really. I just want to make her feel uncomfortable. I love my mum, but I do think if she had to write jokes, she would actually be pretty good at it. Yeah.
So when she's a karaoke DJ, is there mid-song?
Absolutely no. It's normally she'll just pipe on the mic and go, "It's Janet's time. It's Janet's Celia. Here you go, Janet." That kind of. It really would kill the vibe.
Right. So she keeps it moving rather than doing like a tight 5 in between each song.
Yeah. Maybe I'll have my mum host it and Harriet go in the middle, because then
it'd run to time.
Yeah, it would. It'd run under.
God, that's Tim. That's our dream, isn't it? Running under.
Oh, absolutely. Never happens.
We've not run under in 15 years.
No.
Tim, we get this sometimes, Lindsay. Not that often, but sometimes someone because they do overrun quite a lot, and someone will go like a break. Do you know what time this is going to finish? No
idea.
Yeah, when I get asked that at the start of the night, I've no answer. Never any answer.
Do you start on time? I never really know with gigs.
Enough.
We've never.
Enough.
We do not start on time.
I'd say I think if you're in with it within 5 minutes, you're right.
Within
1 minute
5
warning
minutes.
starts within 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
If we start a gig at 8:07, I'm impressed.
yeah.
Tim looked upset then you said that. What?
No, I mean, it's our fault. We're chatting too much pre-gig.
Oh, it's always our
It's
fault,
on
yeah.
us. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
always us.
that's us holding out. It's an admission of guilt.
Listen, it's a fantastic gig. Absolutely love it. So, take as long as you want. The longer I would be there, the happier I'd be, to be honest. That
Yes.
place is beautiful.
Who would close this behemoth?
Now he's retired, and I don't ever think he'll come back, which is very sad. Is Lee Evans? He was one of the comedians that got me into comedy with the tapes. The tapes used to put in the car at the service stations. He used to go on drives, and that'd be in the car, and I was like, and that was before I'd seen him. So like I heard Lee Evans before I saw Lee Evans.
Wow.
And then when I saw Lee Evans and I saw how much he moved about, I was like, fucking hell, this is great. And I was very young. I want to say about 10. And I thought, bloody hell. And I always used to think, God, why is he sweating so much? And now, God, I do one high kicker show and I think, fuck me, I'm dead, I am. So good for you.
He's probably sweating the normal amount for a man that was wearing a suit and moved about as much as he did.
Yeah, an acrylic suit as well. That's got no breathable lunatic. This is why all the lads wear these bloody stupid trousers now. Yeah, they look stupid, but they're not sweating, are they?
What trousers are you talking about?
Trousers?
Everybody seems, not just lads, but like everyone seems to dress like they've just come out the shops, don't they? Do you not think?
I desperately want to know what these trousers are.
Like bigger trousers. Like, no, not trousers.
Well, like Harry Styles type trousers.
No, I don't know how to use my words, but like not people, but I was always told that you dress for a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like you're going out on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday if you're doing a show.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't do that half the time, but sometimes I'll go to a gig and like the lads normally are wearing just like a t-shirt and joggers, and I think people have paid money to see you, and you look like you've just rolled off a nap. Do you know what I mean? But I
do know what you mean. I do know what you mean.
This is me moaning about the youth.
Well, I will always now wear a long sleeve navy blue shirt with collar. Ever since I saw me in a hoodie at a gig, a picture, and I just thought, who do you think you are?
Yes.
So I always smarten up now. I think
if you're doing a new material night, fair enough. But like if you're doing somebody's paid money for a nice night out, and you come dressed like a fucking bin man. No offense, bin man. I love you, but
I thought it was incredibly. If I'm telling myself off, I thought it was an incredibly smug thing to do, wearing this big baggy hoodie. Like fuck you. Which I probably said that out loud when I saw the picture of myself. Do you not think? I know we talk about him on this podcast, but we probably don't talk about, we as a society, given what he meant to comedy, what he achieved, we probably don't talk about Lee Evans enough.
I think he's because he's not very. He's done what he's done, and he's just gone away because he's like, I've got what. Do you know what I mean?
They should be talking like Peter Kay. There's no shade, but think of how many like celebration shows of Kay that there have been, or Victoria Wood and so on. Lee Evans surely deserves that treatment.
This is a story someone told me. I don't know if it's true, but when he was in Hollywood doing all of his films.
Yeah.
And I think this is not. I can't remember exactly, but he said to like his wife, he was like, I don't want to do this anymore, and his wife went, all right, then let's go. And just left.
Yeah.
And and then was like, I'm retired now. Bye. Which I think, that's my goal. I want to get to a point where I've got enough money. I can just go, see ya, fuck off. And have a little happy life.
That's and I think by all accounts, he is happily retired. It's not like, God, I might bloody come back. I think he's
done.
From what we hear on the grapevine, he's happy in retirement.
Well, I love that for him. I love that, and I love what he's done to make me enjoy comedy. Thank you very much, Lee Evans. What a guy. Lovely man. I've never heard anything neggy about him either. Like,
the way Sean Walsh talks about him. I think Sean even like touches his chest as he took what a guy.
Because some people you go, yeah, they're great, but like him, it's just nothing. It's just like, yeah, he's just a really unproblematic man who did comedy and
That was
hadn't.
brilliant.
Yeah.
What I heard was he would do new material gigs, and if like a bit didn't get anything, but like one person enjoyed it, he would rip off that note and give it to that person. Be like,
Oh,
well, you can
that's
have
so
that.
nice.
Isn't that nice?
So good.
Yeah, but he'd be my closer.
Now, has there been an incident that you would somehow love to replicate at this gig?
Uh, it wasn't good, but I enjoyed it. And it was, I can't even remember where it was. It was a new material night, and it was, God, I genuinely can't remember where it was, but it was one of my favourite things that happened. It was not good, but it was funny. Well, this guy had a water gun behind his back and then just suddenly started shooting the audience. And obviously there was no context or joke or reason, but I was fucking crying. The audience obviously went mental because they were like, why are you shoot? And it wasn't like a little gun, it was a fucking super soaker blast piss. Wah!
And this was a comedian doing this?
Yeah, but it was like, I'd never seen him since. I don't know what he looks like. It was like one of them pop-up little open mic nights. He obviously did that and then fucked off. Never saw him again. If I went past him in the street, I wouldn't know who it was. But it was one of them where I was like, this is great. I would love to end a gig by just shooting the whole audience with a super soaker.
That's fantastic.
With no context. Looking back, I was like, he was clearly like not well.
I was about to say it'd be great if it was Stuart Lee.
Yeah.
I was like, this is amazing. And everyone complained. I want to say
Everyone complained.
I want to say it was like somewhere like Tamworth. But and I can't even remember who ran the gig. But every now and again I forget about it, it comes back to me. I go, what happened to that guy? Yeah.
That's superb.
That is good. That's very good.
Oh, it's a good thing, like for me, but not for anyone else who was.
Yeah. You're his biggest fan.
This guy's
Yeah!
great. I was like, damn.
Like Lee Evans, he gave you the super soaker.
Yeah.
That was wonderful. I was crying so much.
Now, has there been an incident that must not happen at this gig?
Yes, I'm not having. I did a gig once. This was the worst. They don't run gigs anymore, thank God. It was in a hotel off a service station, and I was quite new, and I was only doing 5. But I was even now, looking back now, if this was me now doing that gig, I'd be like, fucking sort this out. But when you're new, you kind of go, oh, thank you. The gig itself was in a hall, like a little meeting room hall, and the stage was on a flat dance floor. And behind where you were stood, there was a DJ setting up his thing behind you as you were on. Everyone was on round tables and they just served chicken in baskets. So they were all eating chicken off rustly bits of paper, not looking at the audience.
Was this, what was the name of the company? I can't you saying?
Well, I can't remember. I remember it. That was in Tamworth. Tamworth.
It's reminding me of gigs that used to happen in like Surrey and the surrounding.
Well, it was like talking to nobody.
Yeah.
And
they're all getting stuck into the chicken, aren't they?
They're not facing me.
Yeah.
Eating chicken.
Yeah.
And the man setting up the disco behind me.
And it's just unplayable.
And I was doing 5 minutes on a flat dance floor. And I just remember thinking, God. I don't want to do comedy anymore. I want to die. But then obviously I came off and thanks for having me. Yeah.
That is what those gigs do to you. They make you question, do I even want to be doing this?
No, there's some very simple things in comedy, and that is make sure the audience are facing the right way. Make sure the lighting. So many people don't bother with lighting, and that can make a gig, I think. If you're in the wrong type of room, like you've got, do you know what I mean?
I do. I really do.
And I think gigs are better. Like, yours, everyone's packed in with yours. So it's nicer. So if you have a laugh, it proper travels.
Yeah, we like the road seating.
That's I was just like, oh, God. People have paid money for this. And I'm not getting paid. Not getting paid
Brutal.
for
I remember a
progression.
comedy competition where it was a bringer competition,
Oh, they were.
and they had to obviously your bringer had to pay, and then one lad just brought like his entire family, so he brought like 20 family members. So the guy running the competitions made like a tidy sum, and then the kid obviously went through because he's brought his whole family. It's just insane, and that was in like a conference room at a hotel. It's just like, what are we doing?
I tell you what I've managed to avoid, which I'm quite proud of for my career, is a gong show. I
Never done a gong show.
I knew within my own head that I am too emotionally fragile at that stage in my comedy career to be gonged off.
That would have gonged me out of comedy.
That would have gonged me right off. I'd have been God.
And it's like because they don't like a jacket someone's wearing. Oh, gong them off straight away.
Yeah.
Fuck off, all of you! Just fuck off. Gong, yeah. These are people that would they'd have gone to a fucking public beheading.
I would have gone to a public beheading.
Yeah, you would actually. Sorry, yeah.
I want to go to a gong show once just to see what. Just to
I thought you were going to say I want to go to a public beheading.
I want to go to a public beheading.
Shall we all go? Shall we have a little
it's
day?
So not my
because it's just so.
I'm so on the side of the comedian
with how I want comedy shows to be. I think I want to see it once just to be like, oh God.
I wouldn't last as an audience member. I wouldn't last 5 minutes. My anxiety would be. I'd be rooting for, please welcome Jessica Bodkins or whatever.
Jessica Bodkins.
Jessica's crying because they've gonged her off after she didn't get to a punchline. Or no, fuck me. Hang on. Let me just get off my high horse. So you're saying to him, just from almost like a curate's egg, you'd tick it off the list almost.
I'm so. We run gigs where we run them, and the audiences are not at all like gong show audiences. I want to see it once, just in the way people go mad, just have a holiday at Malia or something.
I think you should run a gong show, but for TV acts. That would
I would love it. I would absolutely.
You should do that. Look at James is having an existential crisis.
Oh my God! The thing is, when you said it. That is a good format for a show, isn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah, I think an agent would murder us in our sleep, but it's
imagine trying to gong off Sam Campbell and he just keeps going. He just keeps going and he just keeps going. That's funny.
Sam Campbell's a great pick because the lad, and I say as such a fan, he doesn't give a fuck, right? But there are some. I mean, and I say that is a power compliment. But there are some acts, and we are talking about some of the greats to have ever done it, where if you gonged them off, the agent would storm onto the set or something. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? There are those acts where if they got doing that again, no, that doesn't count. It would be a political. I mean, the more I'm thinking about it, let's fucking make this.
Yeah. I would do it. I'd love to be gonged off in the first 5 seconds, and I'd be happy. But only if it's you. Running it, you two. Otherwise I'm not interested.
Amazon, it would be called Gonged Off, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Amazon Prime Video, Gonged Off. Okay, next up. Who'd win?
Pitch it. Me, even though I've been gonged off.
Santoro wins it. I always think, do you not think the gong favours the rapid fire comedians?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine that Billy Connolly. Fucking hell. Billy Connolly might get gonged off.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
He'd be halfway through an anecdote.
He's telling that lovely story about when they Pamela and the kids. I think they go up to Scotland and they use watermelons as dragon eggs. Have you heard that story?
Oh yeah, lovely. Yeah,
beautiful. It's such a lovely routine. He would get a minute into that gone. Not even 30 seconds.
Fuck off.
Fucking hell. National treasure gong. Sorry, Billy, wasn't quite doing it for us. What?
Oh, please do a gong show, please. Do it for charity, and then it's all right.
Oh, you know what?
Listen, anything for charity, people will do it. Yeah.
Who'd win this gong show?
Whoever was the fucking best. I'm not in charge of the gong.
Well, Sam does sort of Sam will do a sort of, I don't want to say stunt, but he'll do a thing which is he'll just never do again, just to do it out of curiosity.
I watched his game show host last night, Kemp on the Algorithm.
Oh, the talent
Spelling
show.
Bee.
Fucking hell,
Yeah,
funny.
it's lovely, isn't it?
It's exceptional.
Isn't David O'Doherty amazing that he still gives it a fucking go in a minute and a half for a thing that's supposed to take 15 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was really, if you've not
What are
seen
you
it,
going on about?
This is
Guy
an
Montgomery's-
Australian TV show we're talking about.
Guy Montgomery's Spelling Bee, each comedian has to show that they've got a special talent, but they've got like a minute and 15 seconds or a minute and whatever. And so David O'Doherty goes up, what's your talent? He goes, I used to work in a bike shop and I can actually repair a puncture. That's my talent. How long does it take? It takes 15 minutes. You've got 1 minute, 15 seconds. Oh, God. But he clearly knows his stuff. Mate, the way he rips that tyre off that bike, I'm like, DOD knows, he really knows his stuff.
That looked like it did something for you then, the way you ripped that.
I was full of, not necessarily, I'm not sexually attracted to someone changing a tyre. Maybe I am. But no, it was more, you've got respect for a trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had real respect for a trade. Oh, that was good. Harry Hill would be with a chance of winning the Gong Show, I think.
Oh, fancy. Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
He'd know when to avert to the quick gags.
Yeah.
Know when to,
Listen, you put this on for charity. See, you can
It'll be our last ever gig.
I think it only works. I think it has to work as a TV format.
No. Well, pitch it then. There you go. I'll do the run through.
There we go.
Very good. Very good.
There
Look
we
at
go.
James is really thinking about this.
The three of us, we can pitch this.
Don't let me. I'm not involved. I'm just here to throw the idea.
Are you sure? What, you don't want to? Hang on. You don't want to be an associate producer?
Oh yeah, I'll do that. Do I have to do anything?
No.
All right, then fine. Yeah,
Put your name to it.
I think it was William H. A big Hollywood name once did an interview about producers, and they just like go off on about what do they even do? They don't even do anything.
Yeah.
I think it's William. I could be wrong. I think it's William H. Macy. Anyway, final question. How do you? Just for the listener, Lindsay was yawning there. How do you unwind? It's not 12 o'clock yet. You've already said that. I apologise for flagging it. What do you do to unwind after a gig?
I normally, when I get home, I watch a bit of telly, just whatever's on, and then if I can't, I normally have to try and get to sleep because my daughter will get up at whatever time regardless. But
What
if
age?
I'm 4,
We're in it at the moment with a 7 and a 10-year-old.
just always up at 7, and I'm like, what the fuck do you think's going to happen this early in the morning?
She's up at 7, mate. That's a lie-in for me.
Yeah, but when you go to bed at 2. Because
Okay.
you're gigging in around bloody Scunthorpe.
Yeah, I'm with you now. Yeah, sure.
But if I'm not going to get up or anything, I like to play I like to play my little computer games. I play Kingdom Come Deliverance at the moment. That's quite nice.
What console or format?
I'm on Steam on my laptop with a little plug-in controller. Thank you very much, madam.
You're a big nerd. I had no idea.
I'm a massive nerd.
I had no idea.
Yeah. But I really like Kingdom Come Deliverance because you just go around. Things you do have a consequence. So you can't just stab everyone. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause then if you go back to that village the next day, they're like, you prick, you stabbed everyone last time you were here. Now all my fish is 7 times more expensive.
Oh, I see. And what's the name of this game?
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Nice.
My advice is steal a horse straight away. That's it. You're going to play the game.
That's sort of thing that Harriet Dyer would say on stage
Yes.
and then leave it there. She was close to always be comedy by saying something like, and was it, remember, always cherish an auntie.
It's so funny.
Put the microphone back in and walked off. Lindsay, that our expectations were high. You've jumped over the expectation hurdle.
I feel like I've come in and caused problems, dropped a TV format and walked off. That's what I've done, isn't it?
I'm going to say my own personal journey on the Gong Show thing there, from being like, no, they're a absolute no, not for me, and then, I mean, it does sound like a good idea.
James Gill's gonged off.
Yeah.
Picture of me.
You're the big gong.
Me being interviewed. I've always loved Gong Shows.
You don't have to have a gong. You could have a trumpet. That's what I'd quite like. You could trumpet people. You could trump them off.
I think gong. It has to be called gonged off, though. That's the thing.
There's for the meeting. Don't worry.
We'll sort this out in pre-production. Picture me holding a gong. What am I like?
What am I like? What am I up to now?
Lying in interviews. Mate, I've always loved gong. In fact, I won't have a bad word said about a gong show.
I won't have a bad word while he's eating a banana.
I cherish the format. Nom, 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 nom. What's that? Was there a mutiny with comedians who got the show commissioned by doing the run through and then we cruelly bin them off? No, listen, don't believe everything that you read. It's they're whingers and they're ungrateful. Lindsey, thank you very much. God bless you, and good luck with the show.
Yeah.
No, anyone more reticent to plug their own show?
Listen, if you're up there and you happen to be free at that time, do come along. I won't force you. Like,
superb.
Is it pay what you want? I don't even know. I'm just happy to be here.
I don't think so. Anyway,
I don't know.
That's got me thinking. It's not. I don't think it is.
Is it not?
Let's end on this.
Yeah, Google that.
No, we need to find this because this is quite important.
It is. I think, if I'm very honest, I think it is ticketed, but the way Monkey Barrel do it is they leave like 10 pay what you want tickets at the end so people can get in if they don't invest much money. It's a very good system.
Tickets are £14.
Jesus, I won't pay that.
There you go. Stick that on the poster. Soon to be seen on Jim and Tim's Gonged Off. Huge thanks.
Jim and Tim's Gonged Off.
Tim's the Gong Master. Come on.
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. More of this thing. Yes,
big thanks, Lindsey. That was fantastic. God
yeah,
bless
did
you.
you just kick me out of the meeting now or what? Or what happened?
Huge thanks to Lindsey Santoro. Tim, I'm cheating because I've got a very easy favourite memory, and it definitely is seeing her on Unforgivable, because it was a proper who the heck is this guy sort of moment. Pretty sure I dropped off the curb a line afterwards to say Jesus wept. That was easy for me. Apologies, Timo.
Yeah. So.
Oh, sorry. If you've not listened before, that's not me being confident, because sometimes you're like, oh god, especially if you've not met someone. So thanks, Lindsey.
So I've only met her twice at the Tommy Field. Mine really is a cop out. It's just, I think the last time she was here, especially, she was really, really brilliant, and she just was really fun company. She stuck around for a section more than she needed to. It was great. It was just really nice. I really enjoyed doing this podcast, to be honest. I really had a laugh with her. I found it. Some podcast episodes are easier than others. I found her like unbelievably easy to talk to. I thought she was great.
I agree completely. She's such a great guest.
Great guest. Love talking about gong shows with her. It's brilliant.
Tim. I think there's Tim, we should put it forward. My agent would be all over that. Gong off with Jim and Tim.
I think comedians, even at this high level, are just too. I don't know if anyone wants to be. No one wants to be gonged off, obviously. No, especially if you've won like a BAFTA or something, you don't want to be gonged off.
I don't think you're gonna. Let's be real. It's unlikely that Michael McIntyre's not going to do it. Michael McIntyre is going to run the risk of doing a gong show. It's a bit like remember when Ricky Gervais did that boxing match with Grant Bovey? And I just thought,
God, yes, I do.
I mean, thank God he won, because if you had, what I mean? You're like, mate, you're
so
putting
unnecessary.
This is career-wise, this is unnecessary.
High risk, low reward.
High risk, I mean, almost no reward. And this was when Gervais was properly breaking through, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Early days of Office, I think.
Yeah. He wasn't Mr. Hollywood.
He was not Mr. Hollywood. I mean, talk about putting it all on the line. It would be the equivalent of Gervais's boxing match with Grant Bovey. Right. But Timo, you would get, if you said Amazon or whoever, new TV show, Gonged Off with Jim and Tim, if you went, and the fee is this, I think you're going to get some really good names.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, who knows? It's not impossible. Is it? Or is it? Hang on.
I don't
Sorry.
think it's. I actually think it's a good idea. I went from being Mr. Anti Gong Show to then getting like the mic. Oh,
You're to be the face of gong shows now.
Hosting them all around the world.
Yeah.
Gonged off Japan.
Yeah. Gonged off Sweden's really good.
Yes, that's so good. Sorry to explain the joke there. What you get is people that we all know people that have done like all the last one laughings, and the proper anoraks they insist. If you've not done last one laugh in Canada, what are you even doing? People maintain that Canada's the best one, don't they?
Yeah, or like Traitors, Ireland and stuff, like all for various iterations. Yeah.
But the British one is, I think the British one is the only one that's ever been recommissioned. I could be wrong. That's what I've heard.
I believe it's one that's gone down best, sort of internationally. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, amazing. We spoke to one actor who's done it. It was a private chat. So
yeah.
They just said how much it's that show, how much it's transformed their career.
Yeah. Yeah. Really lovely. By the way, before we go, we wanted to give a shout out to Michelle Wolf, because not even half an hour ago, she has leapt on to a gig which will have happened by the time this comes out. And we just really appreciate her. We've seen her show 3 times now. It's on tour. It's just started the tour. I believe the first night was in Swindon last night. This show is unbelievable.
What a phenomenal comedian.
Yeah.
I talked earlier about Harry giving a masterclass. So if you get a chance, go see Michelle Wolf. You definitely know who Michelle Wolf is. But she's had shows and appeared on things across everything. She was on The Daily Show. She did one of the great White House correspondence bits in front of Trump. I mean, she's a true hero of comedy and a true mensch as well. Tim, is it best job in the world?
I believe it is the best job. It's the best job in the world.
Let's double check that, because if it's the greatest job in the world, and then you and I don't sleep for the rest of our life,
yeah,
I think it is best job in the. Thank the Lord, best job in the world. So if you Google Michelle Wolf tour best job in the world or what have you, and when you go see that show, you'll be like, oh, okay, we are in the hands of a 10 out of 10 Jedi level comedian. I'll say this: there was a preview I wasn't at, and Tim, you WhatsApped me mid-show, and you said she is simply a phenomenal comedian.
Yeah, stand by it.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Michelle Wolf, best job in the world. Be sure to check out the Wolfmeister, and I think Michelle, Tim, we hope that there's going to be more Michelle at Always Be Comedy, because it's been a match made in heaven.
Absolutely, yes. She's doing a new venue tonight, so we shall see. I've never seen her do like a set, so I'm really fascinated to see what that's going to be like.
Tim, how many primetime Emmys has Jesse Armstrong won?
Let's say 3.
I think it's 7.
Wow. Well, okay, to go behind curtain, my thought was 5, but what if it wasn't 5? And it was like, oh, sorry, it's only 4.
I'm on his awards page right now.
Yeah.
It's jaw-dropping.
That's incredible. That's so great.
It looks like he's got at least 2 BAFTAs.
Oh, yeah.
7 Emmys and 3 Golden Globes. And I think he's a very modest guy, so I can practically hear him saying, hang on, a lot of these were for the actual show rather than me personally.
Come on, Jesse.
But come on, hypothetical, fictional Jesse in my head.
Yeah.
And it's important we maintain positive relations, because, after all, we are going to make 7 movies together.
The exec producer of Tim and Jesse told off. Going in a real new direction for him.
It's not a backward step. It's not Jesse. It's natural progression. Right, Timo. I'll see you tonight.
See you tonight. Cannot wait. Buzzing.
Cannot wait. Right. God bless. God bless us all. See you soon, guys. Thanks very much. Bye.